Welcome. My name is Lieutenant Mark Cherney, and I am the Aviation Bureau Supervisor for the Sheriff's Office. So that you know a little more about me, I have been with the Collier County Sheriff's Office since 1986. I was raised in Collier County and graduated from Baron Collier High School. Afterwards, I attended Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University, where I obtained my bachelor's degree in aeronautical science. Following graduation from there, I came back to the Naples area where I flew overnight cargo, charter, and flight instruction for a couple of years before joining the Sheriff's Office. I went on to earn my master's degree in public administration in 1999. Historically, the Collier County Sheriff's Office has operated a variety of aircraft since 1976, but it was not until 1984 when demand for airborne services was such that an Aviation Bureau was officially formed. Aircraft currently operated by the Collier County Sheriff's Office consists of two 1971 Bell OH-58 military surplus helicopters and one Cessna 182 fixed-wing aircraft. All CCSO aircraft acquired to date have been done so through confiscated trust funds, federal grant monies, and surplus property programs. Much of our specialized equipment has been funded in the same method rather than relying on ad valorem taxation dollars. All CCSO flight operations are conducted utilizing a two-person flight crew consisting of a pilot and a tactical flight officer for safety purposes. The pilot's responsibilities are to fly the aircraft and maintain the safety of flight, whereas the tactical flight officer's responsibilities are to search, communicate, and direct law enforcement units on the ground. Now, I would like to introduce you to a few members of our Bureau.
Hello. My name is Ed Henderson. I began my flying career in 1984 in the Tennessee Army National Guard as a helicopter crew chief and aerial observer. In 1990, I graduated from the United States Army Flight School in Fort Rucker, Alabama, and served as an attack helicopter pilot for the Tennessee Guard until 1998. In 1993, I became a deputy sheriff for the Jackson County Sheriff's Office in the Florida Panhandle, where I served for 7 years, both as a road patrol deputy and the sole helicopter pilot. I began my career in 1998 with the Collier County Sheriff's Office and have since served as a helicopter pilot assigned to the Aviation Bureau. The Aviation Bureau performs three basic flight missions: proactive, reactive, and investigative. Proactive day and night patrol flights are performed based on crime trends within the county that are identified through the CompStat process. During these flights, commercial and residential properties are patrolled to suppress crime, and air crews watch for suspicious activity such as vehicles or people in unusual places. Crews also scan commercial properties and rooftops with infrared equipment looking for anything out of the ordinary. When a suspicious person or vehicle is located, the air crew will call for an available deputy to check out the situation. During targeted patrol flights, the helicopter is also used to provide for officer safety. When a deputy arrives on the scene of a call or performs a traffic stop, the air crew can provide overwatch for them until another backup unit arrives. The Sheriff's Office operates two Bell OH-58 helicopters, and they are the workhorse of the Aviation Bureau. The majority of the Bureau's patrol work is performed with these aircraft. One of the most important pieces of equipment is the infrared thermal imaging system. The Westcam MX-10 is a fully stabilized camera system that houses two cameras. One is a color camera that is primarily used during the day, and with it, an object the size of a license plate can be read from over 750 feet away. The second camera is an infrared thermal imager, which can be used both day and night. The system can rotate 360 degrees in azimuth and 210 degrees in elevation. It's connected to a moving map system, which allows the tactical flight officer to see where the camera is pointed in relation to the map. The infrared camera system is completely passive, does not emit any energy, and does not require any visible light to operate. It can produce an image in total darkness by detecting infrared radiation, typically emitted from a heat source, and can differentiate between two items 1/10 of a degree centigrade apart. The infrared camera cannot see through any object, including glass or below the surface of water. With this demonstration, you can see that as a hand is placed behind a piece of glass, it disappears. However, if the hand is placed directly on the glass, it will begin to warm it and an image of the hand will appear. You are still not seeing through the glass, only where the hand has changed the thermal properties of the glass, thereby creating a warm spot. When the hand is removed, an image of it will remain for some time until the glass returns to its normal temperature. Another piece of equipment on the aircraft is the Starburst SX-5. It is a 16 million candle power searchlight with a focusable beam from 4 to 40 degrees. From an altitude of 500 feet, it will illuminate an area on the ground the size of a baseball diamond at night. It is controlled by the tactical flight officer and can also be slaved to the camera system so that it will automatically point at and illuminate what is being observed by the camera. A moving map system allows for air crews to rapidly locate addresses and points of interest throughout the county. When an address is entered, a straight line course is depicted so that the air crew can navigate directly to it. The camera system can also be automatically slewed to the location to assist in identification of the address.
Hello, my name is Joe Andreasen and I'm one of the pilots assigned to the night shift. I started my law enforcement career in 1988 as a police officer in Marianna, Florida. 2 years later, I began working with the Jackson County Sheriff's Office as a deputy sheriff, and in 1998, I added my rotorcraft ratings and became a helicopter pilot for the Jackson County Sheriff's Office. In 2002, I relocated to Collier County, where I became employed by the Collier County Sheriff's Office, flying both helicopters and fixed-wing aircraft. During nighttime operations, both the pilot and the tactical flight officer wear helmet-mounted night vision goggles, or NVGs, that allow images to be produced in levels of light approaching total darkness. Initially produced for the military in the 1990s, the current generation of NVGs utilized by our Aviation Bureau is very valuable both as an observation tool and for aircrew safety. As can be seen in this video segment, unlike binoculars, there is no image magnification. Visible light is collected, amplified, and viewed through two tubes, producing an image in shades of green. The NVGs help with search and rescue operations by amplifying the light of vehicle or vessel lights, flashlights, and even cell phone screens. Such items can be seen at distances up to 5 miles away.
Hi, my name is Dwaine Parker. I'm one of the pilots assigned to the night shift and have been employed with the Collier County Sheriff's Office since 2001. I began flying airplanes in 1988 and I obtained my helicopter rating in 1998. I originally started my law enforcement career in 1991 with the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office, which is located in Tampa, Florida. During our proactive patrol flights, we often respond to calls that are dispatched to deputies, such as residential and commercial burglary alarms, missing persons, stolen vehicles, robberies, and vehicle or foot pursuits. The helicopter is a true force multiplier because from our vantage point, we can observe an area that would otherwise require approximately 10 to 15 road patrol deputies on the ground to search. Through helicopter utilization, an insurmountable amount of time and manpower is saved by our ability to cover large areas and search in the areas that are not accessible to the deputies that are on the ground. The thermal imaging and night vision that we have provide us a huge advantage in allowing us to see in complete and total darkness, and greatly enhances our ability to locate missing and fleeing suspects. Investigative flights include aerial photography, surveillance, and event planning. Aerial photography of crime scenes provides us visual means to see exactly how an incident unfolded. Knowing where a suspect fled or where a suspect was captured, how far a suspect fled, and where the officers were when the suspect was located is invaluable information that leads to successful prosecution. We maintain flight crews on a 16-hour per day shift, 5 days a week. The remaining time is covered as an on-call flight crew. Typically, our reactive call-outs are for crimes having just occurred, such as robberies, burglaries, auto theft, rape, or assault, and the suspect is attempting to flee or officers. Reactive flights, or call-outs, are those that are flown at the request of the road patrol deputy or a supervisor. Road patrol officers will establish a perimeter to contain the suspect and then request the helicopter, and usually a canine to search the area. Once this occurs, suspect apprehension rate dramatically increases as the suspect cannot run or they would be seen by the aircraft. If they hide or do not move, then that will allow the canine officer to track the suspect and make the apprehension. Of even greater importance, we respond to all calls where a child or an elderly adult is missing or endangered. Having broad search capabilities permits the aircraft to rapidly respond and search a greater area faster than what the ground units could do. The same holds true for missing boulders and downed aircraft. Additionally, aircraft response to vehicular pursuits directly increases public safety by terminating the ground pursuit. Terminating the ground pursuit usually results in the suspect slowing down and returning to a normal driving pattern, thereby making it safer for all persons involved, inclusive of the incident of bystanders. The aircraft is then free to covertly follow the vehicle and direct road patrol officers until the vehicle comes to a stop, when apprehension can safely be conducted. If you see the helicopter overhead and it remains in the area for several minutes, we could be performing one of the many duties assigned to us, such as missing Alzheimer's patients, to searching for fleeing felons. The best thing for you to do is stay inside, lock your doors, and if you see anything that is out of the ordinary, call the sheriff's office and let us know. If you are lost or you think you may have been reported as a missing person, move to an area that's open and attract the attention of the aircrew by waving your arms or a brightly colored object. You can also use an available signaling device such as a flashlight, a flare, or even a camera flash.
Hi, my name is Mike Jones, and I've been a member of the Collier County Sheriff's Office since 1980. I'm a commercial instrument rated pilot, and while I spent my first 32 years with the agency as a volunteer in the Auxiliary and Special Services Bureau, I most recently became a part-time fixed-wing pilot for the Aviation Bureau following my retirement from the East Naples Fire Department. Collier County Sheriff's Office has operated a variety of fixed-wing aircraft since 1971, but currently operates a 2004 Cessna 182. The aircraft has been specially modified to accommodate our law enforcement mission and seats a total of 3 people. There are many classified operations that we conduct with this aircraft, but is also used for wide area observation and searches, as well as transportation support. Sample missions include patrolling the water borders of Southwest Florida for illegal smuggling of drugs and humans, surveillance of illicit activities, missing boater searches, and downed aircraft searches. Likewise, we can employ the aircraft as a method of rapid transportation when conducting investigations. The aircraft can also be employed as a command and control platform capable of remaining airborne for extended periods of time following a natural disaster or major event.
Thank you for your interest in wanting to know more about the Collier County Sheriff's Office Aviation Bureau, and I hope we have been able to answer many of your questions with this short presentation. If you have further questions or need additional information, I invite you to contact us directly at 239-252-0303 or through the Sheriff's Office main switchboard.